all that we care about right now is Reformed versus the Rejects. The best of 7 starts now.
Oh, do not blink. This is going to be fast-paced action from start to finish. Flapper's getting cheap shot. Roasty's going in. He wants to get the cheap shot over on Adizio as well. Can Jamili find the follow-up CC on Relza? There's the Hammer of Justice. Blessing and Protection onto Jamili. He's going to be able to get that polymorph quite easily. Adizio gets the pain suppression from Relza. That should maybe avoid the aspect of the turtle. If they overlap that, that's going to be huge for the Rejects.
Now into the full blind, he's playing relentless. Dizio has to trade out the aspect of the turtle. The dots are ticking. He's barely staying alive. The blind is now finished, but into the Dragon's Breath. Dizio manages to recover. This is not looking too good for him overall. The pressure from the Rejects is very high, but now it looks like Reformed are trying to reverse it. The Wyvern Sting onto the trigger. It could be the cauterize from Jamili and the block. Instant mass dispel by Relza. Rupcup immediately divine shields. He saw that coming to save Jamili, but suddenly both sides are completely exposed. Dizio now into the stun. Poly onto Relza. Will he get the follow-up? Dizio triggers out. He feigned death. He's desperately trying to stay alive. Relza picks him up with the Rapture. The next trap onto Rupcup is going to be the end of the game unless Jamili pulls off a miracle.
Yeah, he's in so much trouble in this situation, but so is Dizio.
There it is.
Jamili realizing it, spamming out the polymorph Dragon's Breath onto Dizio. Jamili has to be able to get away. Rupcup gets out of the crowd control,
Here Dizio
pops him
goes.
off. Cheap shot on the Flappers. He trinkets out of it. Dizio going for that full trap, but the nice kidney shot coming in from Roasties will deny. Jamili is going to be able to survive for a little bit longer, but this damage coming in from both teams is insane.
All Dizio has to do is land a trap. He's going for the Wyvern Sting. This could just be the end of the game. Jamili gets interrupted. Tons of damage. There's nothing left for him. They follow it up with the trap, and Jamili falls. Reformed put the first point on the board.
You can see Flappers getting another kick landed onto Jamili there on that polymorph. He's going to shut down him, not allowing him to blink up, and then he's going to follow up on that kick with a beautiful trap onto Rupcup, and Flappers is just going to leap over and bash Rupcup just for good measurements.
Who can do it here? We're 10 seconds away from these gates opening.
Yep, like the last game, expect an insane opener from both of these teams. Who is Roasties going to start on? I feel like Dizio definitely is their best target in this matchup. Jamili just charging in right away, getting damage rolling with that Phoenix Flame. But Flappers looking to pounce Jamili, getting some damage rolling right away. Full trap over on Rupcup. He trinkets out right away, looking to get aggressive with the Hodge over on Relza. Relza actually uses that human trinket to get out of it. He does not want to allow the Rejects to get any sort of momentum in this matchup.
All right, blind onto Relza. They need to get aspect of the turtle with this setup, and they do. This is the first major objective for the Rejects. Now they need to make sure they stay alive to the next vendetta. If they can do so and properly set it up, Dizio is completely exposed. So let's see if Jamili can focus on surviving here for another minute at least. The pressure is on. We see Rupcup and Roasties both locked down by Dizio. Now the aim shots are flying in. That's a lot of damage. Rupcup had the Divine Shield. Jamili has to Ice Block, and this is looking terrible now for the
It's Cauterize, it's Ice Block, it's Bubble, it's everything Reformed just got. The Hammer of Justice goes out on Relza. Can Jamili get the follow-up CC? Dizio taking no damage in this exchange. The next trap on the Rupcup is going to be disastrous for the Rejects. Dizio trinkets out of the kidney shot. They want to keep this damage going. Bursting shot over onto Rupcup. Polymorph onto Relza. Both teams going to be in trouble in this situation.
Oh no,
Dizio popped by Jamili. Dizio getting lower and lower.
Exhilaration gonna heal himself back up. That full trap landed onto Rupcup. Didn't get too much done, and Dizio is just taking a ton of damage. Jamili's doing everything he can. It's all or nothing at this point, but Relza deflects. He's gonna be able to stabilize Dizio. Now Jamili and Roasties are both kind of getting low, and Rupcup really doesn't have anything. Jamili doesn't have anything. Let's just see if Dizio can snag in one more trap. Rupcup needs to dodge it. He needs to avoid Dizio. He's trying to run away from him. He gets concussive shot. He's going in. This is it. They have to win with this Hodge, but Jamili's stunned behind the pillar, and Flappers is looking for a solo kill. Jamili blinks away, but now he's in line of sight of the Hunter, and he's going to get taken out. And Reformed are looking like they're going to be able to clean.
To do something now. Reform's looking to get themselves on match point. They haven't even broken a sweat yet.
Yeah, it looks like Reformed are going to put the Rejects down here. This is game number 3. It isn't match point just yet, but Rupcup and co are going to have a lot of work ahead of them if they want to swing this finals back in their favor. Rupcup moving in, landing the Hammer of Justice. Jamili, offensive blessed protection. These are the plays that the Rejects need to make. Arcane power pop, looking for an early kill on Dizio. He feigned death. Will he be able to survive without the aspect of the turtle? They get the follow-up, trinket aspect of the turtle. Standard start here for the Rejects. It's looking good. Now they need to keep a level head. They need another 2 clean setups, and then Dizio is going to go down. Can they keep it up?
We'll have to see. Bash over on a Rubcub. This is where Jamili could be in a little bit of trouble, but the sacrifice comes in from Rubcub. He wants to keep Jamili at high health so he can remain aggressive in this situation. But Flappers, look, he hasn't used his incarnation yet. That was only the true shot. Hodge over on Relza. He gets out of it. Mame over on a Jamili. This is where Jamili's in so much trouble. Rubcub keeping him alive, though, in the situation. Temporal Shield's going to be used. Incarnation is used as well as Flappers goes over to Rubcub, throws off that off Mame, and Jamili just rots lower and lower.
Yeah, the bleeds are ticking. That's a lot of damage, and Jamili's scared into the block with the overlap of the Divine Shield, and the rejects, they've lost their window. They're going to try and do it here. Dizio is immediately kiting away. Perfect stun on Roasties. Can Dizio escape Roasties in time? He needs to kite until Relza is out of this polymorph. He's just kiting to the edge of the map, but Roasties is going to be able to connect. The polymorph just ends, but he bought just enough time for Relza to get through that polymorph chain. Perfect kiting. Now Dizio needs to get aggressive. There's the stun from Flappers on the Rubcub. Dizio goes for the Wyvern Sting. This could easily be the end of the game. Jamili blinks back behind the Tombstone, but it's 3-on-1, and Rubcub's got nothing. The rejects are going down in game number 3, and Reform are 1 win away
from getting the first international LAN of the year, and honestly, a historic LAN at that. We put NA and EU to the test. We got an NA versus EU final, and EU is running circles around the rejects. Will they close it out here?
Here we go. Potentially the last matchup of the day. Bash on the Rubcub, pounce on the Jamili. Reformed wants to play super aggressive once again. Nice double Ring of Frost coming in from Jamili, but Relza able to dispel it. Full trap on the Rubcub now. He already trinkets out. Jamili looking for that CC. Blessing and Protection comes in. A little bit of damage on the Dizio, but nicely done by Relza to deny that CC.
This is not the opening pressure that we've seen from the rejects time and time again. Dizio still has his aspect of the turtle. The team of Reformed are in a great position. Blessing and Protection is already down. The next trap could be devastating for Rubcub here. It might be landing. Jamili's trying to deny it as long as he can. Roasties is hugging Rubcub, but now they're hugging into a double bursting. Will he be able to go for it? No, Dizio's just going to play it calm. He knows Roasties wants to eat that trap. He's not going to fall for the bait and risk wasting it. Now Roasties is stunned away. He triggers, goes for the kidney. Double stun from the rejects. Can they pull this back in their favor? Blessing of Protection offensively to land the polymorph. They need damage, but he pre-pain suppressions right before the polymorph, and Dizio still has the aspect of the turtle. He's right on top of Rubcub. He's ready to end this. If this Wyvern Sting lands, another Wyvern Sting, no trinket. Jamili Temporal Shields. Will the Temporal Shield get raced against the clock as both members dip dangerously low? The cauterized triggers. Temp goes off. Jamili barely survives. Dizio is still low. Counterspell into Relza. Shadowman after Shadowman, now getting Dragon's Breath away. Now into the full kidney shot. With trinket available, Dizio should be able to survive. Both teams about halfway through their cooldowns, but this is going to end quick then.
The only thing left is Ice Block and that bubble. They cannot overlap those defensive cooldowns. Dizio gets grip back to Relza. Rubcub getting lower and lower. Nice damage coming in from Flappers. Jamili looking for the full Ring of Frost. He lands it. Dizio could be in some trouble, but he has the aspect of the turtle. He needs to make sure he uses it. Swap over on the Roasties. He trinkets. Vendetta committed as well. Dizio gets low. Aspect of the turtle to deny that damage. Relza gets out of the crowd control. Time to top off Dizio. He gets locked though. Jamili looking for the polymorph. He gets it onto Dizio to slow down some of this damage. And Jamili's in so much trouble.
Yeah, but Jamili still has an ice block, but it can be mass dispelled. Let's see if Relza even goes for it. He is going to, but Rubcub is dipping low on health as well. Dizio's kind of attacking him. All right, neither team has a defensive cooldown really to keep this going. The next crowd control on the healer is likely going to secure the game, and Rubcub's going to pull the trigger first. Triple crowd control for rejects. They need the damage, but he pre-barriers it. Dizio's reducing the pressure. Perfect play from Relza, and with this perfect play, they're looking like they're going to be going to the global finals as Flappers moves in. He lands the stun. Dizio's moving for the trap. Roasties tries to eat it, but he gets bursting shot away. The Wyvern Sting should secure the kill, but it doesn't. He trinkets out. Jamili is still low. Rubcub's doing whatever he can, but now he's caught into the half-yard trap, and Jamili falls. Reform 4-0 the Spring Finals and advance to the Arena World Championship Global Finals.
They do not leave a question. They close this out with an exclamation mark, looking like one of the most dominant teams we've seen on this stage in a grand final. In honestly, this is a team where you had questions when you got here. They don't have the most LAN experience. They really are a team. They're the 4th seed in EU. They don't have the most comps to work with, but they show they play this comp better than anyone else. And my goodness, they definitely deserve it, but give it up for the rejects. They make it all the way to that grand final, and, you know, Rubcub, he's going to have that curse, but it's not the worst curse on the face of the planet. 2nd place, this is 4th time in a row, but that makes him, just in my mind, one of the most consistent players we have.
Well, the rejects, yeah, the rejects always said they're going to keep constantly improving from tournament to tournament. I think the second place finish.
Hello guys, I am joined by the champions of the Spring Finals, Reformed, surrounding me here, this Jungle Cleave and Gelu Barbar as well, one of the top players on the team of course, UK representing, and Dizio, an honorary member with that fantastic Hunter play throughout. I want to ask Flappers a few questions since he's been the man of the hour wielding that Warhammer, although it was a feral Druid, so don't get too confused. But yeah, you've qualified to the World Championship Finals. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. We were really confident going into it, and I think we showed off. We had some rocky games and tournaments and stuff, so now we showed off the kind of team we are, and we're there to take the World Championship as well.
That's really awesome to hear. I'm sure a lot of Europeans at home will be happy to hear that as well. Europe has won 4 years in a row now. This is the first international clash of this year, first of 3. Why do you think it is that Europe is so successful in all of these competitions?
I think we're a bit ahead of the game on the meta slightly. Some of the teams, and the US teams, to credit to them, they tried hard, but in my opinion, they're still not as good as the European teams. So when it comes down to it, US teams are a lot easier for us than EU teams.
It was a good thing you were facing one in the finals then. Solid 4-0 to win that one. But yeah, of course, a lot of UK representation here. I've got my colours on. I'm very proud of you guys. But I want to ask a question to Dizio, of course. Swedish, best hunter in the world, I think a lot of people will be saying. Do you feel like you had a good representation for your class in this tournament?
I feel like I played very well, and I'm very happy about my team's performance as well. Everyone played really great.
And do you think that it was, because at the start you said it was a bit of a handful to have so many UK players on your team. Do you stand by that?
Definitely, yes.
All right, well, UK's a handful. I'm happy. This was an early Easter present for me, I would say. Back to you, Rich. I'm sure you're not quite as happy.
I'm very formed, just not dropping a single series, Sid.
I was really just impressed by Reformed. This is the first LAN event in person that Flappers had come to. He had the perfect mentality. He just kept it simple, played his game, got all the way through it, claimed it. They're an unsponsored team. They've got a guarantee.
Very well deserved, Zico.
Absolutely. This squad just coming together at the start of the off season, and the way they've been playing and the way that they practice has been a joy to watch. Honestly, I think that these guys deserved it so much. I couldn't be more happy to see them. Of course, the rejects as well. You gotta give them kudos as well. Big plays coming out of